Welcome to Stock Charts Trading. Here we are again at Zacks. And so we're just on the homepage here. And if you come down on their homepage, it's Zacks #1 ranked top movers for June 9th, 2020. And so if you see, there's a couple tabs right here. You have a value tab, you have a growth tab, you have a momentum tab, then you have VGM. And that's basically value, growth, momentum combined. And they have a ranking of all those combined. They do all the research for you, and you come up with high quality stocks. If you were going to get a CPA, would you just want anybody, or would you find the person who can best meet your needs by saving you money, protecting you from losing money, letting you understand the pitfalls of the IRS, and balancing out your checkbook and making sure everything works accordingly? And that's what Zacks done here. They got a VGM of value, growth, momentum, showing you what are behind the scenes fundamentals so that you don't have to do the work. You're not going to do cost balance sheets. You're not going to do cash to output. You're not going to do any of these things. You're going to trust Zacks, who's been doing this for many years and is beating the SPNY on their high quality stock picks. And so we're going to cheat the system a little bit, and we're going to come in and we're going to buy Zacks top rated movers for today, and we're going to take a look and we're going to see. And so we're going to set some rules around this, and basically the rules are going to be, it has to be over 500,000 to a million volume. We don't want to buy something that has 5,000 people buying it, because if it's going to be hard to buy it, it's going to be hard to sell it. So it doesn't matter how good the picture looks if there's not a lot of people buying, and there's tons of opportunities out there of buying stocks. And again, this is a stock pick thing. This is a buy and hold. We're looking for percents up into the highs of 100, and then let our runners run and go 5, 6 more 100% in what we want to buy. Again, we're looking at maybe buying things around $20 or less, preferably under $10. Why? Because we get more potential growth by our percentage if we buy something under $10. From $10 to $100, you got a lot more growth than $25 to $50. And so we're going to be taking a look at things that are under $20. Definitely try to squeeze in $10 if we can make it. So this is every day. I kind of want to do a plan here of buying something. Do you want to put in $10,000 and make $1 million? Of course you do. But what is the one stock that you're going to buy? You're going to put that $10,000 in and make it $1 million. Well, it's not Google, because in order for you to buy Google and go up, it's got to go to 5,000 just for you to double your money. Well, then you're not going to make $1 million. You're only going to be at $10,000. So you have to be a little bit more mindful. You're not going to make $1 million this next year, and based on results. If you're just getting into the market, do you want to buy one stock for $1,000, two stocks, maybe have 3 stocks in your portfolio? Or do you want to spread out, diversify, find these things that are going to boom, and so that you can get huge results on a little bit of money? For me, if I lose $25, $50 on a stock, it's not as heartbreaking as buying one position for $5,000 and then it goes down 50%, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst person ever. That's a lot of heartache and pressure. So what I tried to do is design a system that will help you continually buy, get good results, and then let your losers lose, but let your runners run. So if you buy one share or 2 shares or whatever it is, and it's $25 or $50, and you're able to do this every day or a couple of weeks, and then those make hundreds of percent, and you lose 1 a month or 2 a year, stuff like that. Because here's the thing is, if you sell after losing 50%, guess what? I had a friend, he bought Fitbit. It went down, it went down, it went down. It was about 40% off. He sold it after losing tens of thousands of dollars, and then it ramped right back up. But his fear and struggle of losing all the money made him feel like he made a bad decision, And inevitably, it was a bad decision. And then it became a worse decision because he sold at the lows. And so we need to have a plan of buy low, sell high. And that's what this plan does. It gets you to buy low, 50% off. And it gets you to buy even lower if you have a channel break. And then you can do dollar cost average. I never want you to put in more than 3 trades on any particular trying to beat it, where it keeps going lower and you put more money in it, keeps going lower and you put more money in it, it keeps going lower and you put more money in. What I want you to do is be balanced out. After 3 trades, 50% off, great, you can buy a position. Breaks the channel, great, you can buy a position. If it goes back up to the highs and you sell out part of your position, 100% profit's what we're looking at, then great, you can go to and enter into another break of the channel or 50% off. So let's take a look at the charts of what I've got based on this Zacks VGM ranking. All right, so here we are on AMRX, and we have about 20 million on average for volume. You can see right here in the blue dot, we have today, and we are coming up against this resistance right here. So if you buy at $5.40 and you were to take this up to this $24 target, why this $24 target? Because it's the old highs back here of $24.50. If we sell at, $23.95 or something like that, just before that whole number of 25, I believe that's a great target. Instead of going to 50, do 49. Just back it off a little bit. Instead of $10, go $9.90. And just so that when people are selling into it, there's going to be huge volume right around there. So it's better to get out of that trade a little bit early. So here we are at $24 for our target. And so that would be a 350% profit on your purchase today. And then if you set a longer range target, sell half at 24, which gives you your core investment back, then sell the other half at $49, gives you an 800% profit just by finding this on Zacks ranked high quality stock picks. All right, here we are on ticker CTK. The volume is very low. It's only about 500,000. And here's why I tell you all this, because again, you're the one who's considering, is this going to make you money or not? And so it has lower volume than the last one was millions. This one's only, it goes up a million. It's 2 million maybe on the high days. But again, let's look at the whole aspect of this thing. So we have low volume, and now we are 50% off from our highs. And so we would use our old highs resistance for the first target. And that's $13. So if you buy this at $7, goes up to $13, you're just under 100% profit for your first target. Then your second target would be what? You would duplicate from the $5 mark up to the $13 mark. You get around $10. And so you would take that up into 22, 24 area, which only gives you a 200% profit. So now you have to consider the last trade was 350% profit up into those old highs. This trade is 100% up into the old highs. And then the second target's 250, which the last target was 800. So I would be a little bit more patient. Maybe you might look at this company and see what it's doing and say, oh, I really like that. And so are they curing cancer? Are they, doing something robotically? What are they doing? And maybe sense that you want to get into that trade. But from a percentage standpoint, I am going to hold off on this one. All right, here we are on ticker GASS. You can see that volume is very low. We're under 1 million, but you can see we have these rallies up into 4 million, and we have this support level right around this $1.50 range, and then we have resistance in this 550 range, and of course our all-time resistance level up here between 20 and 18. So for me, the one thing that I'd like to zoom in on is the higher highs and higher lows. So you can see we have a high here, we have a lower high, we have a lower high, we have even a lower high and a lower high, and now we're making a lower high. So we haven't really broke out making higher highs. So technically we're kind of in a downtrend still. So you have this nice support level right here coming across where we're hitting our heads on that support level. So I would probably be looking maybe for a channel break or something like that. Come up into this $3 range, come back down, and then buy at a higher low, right? Because we have a low right here. And so really I'd probably like to have a higher low before I got into this trade. But if I got in, I would get out around this $5, which is also 90%. It's not my full 100%. So I want to get back the full amount of money that I invested into this, but I would definitely see that there's a lot of resistance here. So I would take some money off the table, but then you can be able to let this ride up to $20 after that, right? So, because you're playing with the house's money now. So I would probably take my second target off at this 20 level up here, maybe 18, just because we have so much resistance right in here. Resistance. So this 18 mark, would probably take off my other half of the position, which would move 500% from this $2.75 all the way up into 18 would be about 500% profit on this trade. Here's another one. It's HLFDY. I just wanted to show you this one real quick because if you look over here in the bottom corner, it's got 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, and that 60,000 doesn't happen a lot. And that's what I was talking about, small volume. And so if you see kind of this, it doesn't even make full candlesticks because there's not a lot of people trading this. Even though you have a bottom here, you're 50% off. Here's your resistance. It's just not a trade that I'm like, ooh, I want to take this girl to the dance. Here we are on STRT, and my first eye goes down to this thousands. We have 100 to 400,000. The 400,000 doesn't happen that much. So for me, the volume just isn't there on this chart. And the last one that we're going to be looking at is ZUO. And so you can see that we have millions in volume, right around 10 to 20 million. And so let's take a look at this chart because it meets all of our rules. So we have an open. This has only been a couple years open. So we have a high right here of almost $38 is our high. We are right now at $12. So we are definitely under that 50% range. We also have this nice, resistance. We come down, we have resistance. And where are we at right now? Resistance. So if we were to buy this trade at $12.34, we could either buy it 50% off or we could buy it at the break of the channel, right? So we have high, we're breaking the channel right now. And so our first target would be just under this 35 mark, and that would give us almost 200% profit. Then what would we do? We would duplicate the bottom. So we have $5 all the way up into 35, which gives us $30. And so we would add that to the top of this 35, and that would take us up into 65. And that would be our second target, which would give us 440% profit. So remember, this should be your daily ritual. Whenever you're going to buy stocks, this is a free service. Go to Zacks.com and scroll down and see what Zacks is saying for their number one top movers in the day, and go ahead, then use those tickers, start drawing some technical analysis. Make sure you have 500 to a million in volume, and look for a real long-term benefit. Don't look at what if you make 30% this year, because how do you find that in this range? But look for the benefit of holding something for long-term by using range boxes. Either duplicate that range box up or triple that range box up, because the stock market is made to go up. And so you buy low, sell high. Until next time.